Fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just falling to zero. It's our everyday. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't celebrate. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible is the living the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Oy vey, dude. Not how I thought the week would start. That's not at all how I thought. Like both our conversation before the show, but also the market today.
What happened? What happened to the market?
What happened to the market? Wasn't everything fine?
Show them show them. Let the people see.
Oh,
Show the people.
let's look. Hi guys, welcome, Joe, Henry. Good to see you guys.
Hello.
I missed you. Ready for it. Actually, nice little bounce back. Actually, you know what? I think the energy just shifted in the past hour. Like I felt it. You ever feel it in the air? Do you ever feel like the energy in the air?
Oh, I do. I feel it
real?
I feel it deeply.
For real though?
Yeah, for real, dude. I'm not fucking around.
Okay, so no, like real question. Do you ever wake up and the day feels like a flavor?
No, I've not. Well, no, not really.
Like the day's
either
got
I'm-
like a
it's
smell and
either-
a taste.
No, it's either I'm super tired or I'm not super tired.
Huh. Henry, you?
Or
I got.
it's more like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm excited for today. And then some days I wake up and I'm like, I wouldn't mind if I didn't wake up today.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Never a
Those
taste
are
or like a smell or something to the day. You know what I mean? Like I know that's probably weird, but like I'm just curious if anybody gets that.
Well, today tastes like Victory Monday because the motherfucking Bills won yesterday. So congratulations to the Buffalo Bills and their victory against the Denver Broncos. It's really all that matters. Today would have been a completely different flavor if the Bills lost, but we're good.
Dude, it was a good game too. I don't really watch football, and I watched parts of the game. It was good. They look good.
It wasn't good because they killed them, but yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, a good game was 19 to 20.
Game of the year next Sunday, 6:30 Eastern, Ravens Bills. Sorry, I know we're not talking football, but we'll just get that in there. Game of the year. Game of the year. So, yeah, crypto-wise though, no, there is a game tonight. It's the Rams and the Vikings, but they're playing in Arizona because of the wildfires.
Oh shit! I don't know why I'm in the mood to watch, and I normally don't give a shit, but I'm just in the mood to like, I don't know,
Playoff football, man.
Yeah. All right, stuff to talk about today. By the way, smash the like, guys, and subscribe and blah, blah, whatever. Stuff to talk about today. Course the market. Okay, so I was genuinely curious about that question because it does happen to me. And I do feel like energy shifted in the past hour. It felt shitty all day. It's felt shitty for like a week. And I feel like something just changed. So we'll see. But market looked like ass today, man. Henry, did you not look at the market at all today?
I looked at the market this morning at around 91K, and I was like, whatever.
Okay. Did you know Bitcoin hit 89 and ETH hit 2,900?
I think I saw a tweet about 89.
Yeah.
I think I saw it. What are we at now?
Much better. Like a nice little bounce. 93.5 for Bitcoin. Henry's mobile today, guys, so you're not going to see him on screen, and he may not be able to peek. ETH just over 3. ETH is almost 3,100. So a little recovery, but not a great day, except for the past hour. Past hour, we're up. Solana, 181. Not bad right now. Not so bad. Not like earlier. Do you see? I saw this get tweeted earlier. It's fucking amazing. This is my life.
Do you think any of it has anything to do with the U.S. being the worst dumpers on the planet?
No, but I'm sure that's part
Okay.
of it. I think it's
Okay.
all the economy looking decent.
You want me to bitch about politics for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The Democrats, I don't know what they're doing. Banning TikTok.
My kids are really stressed about that, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Mine
yeah.
too. Yeah, mine too.
Banning TikTok, just making crypto just a living hell to deal with. I mean, like here's my problem here with this. Is there something else you could be doing with your time that's not taking money out of people that needs money's hands? Like I get it, right? Like Nvidia or TikTok, right? Like there's something to be said like, oh, we need to protect whatever, like American interest because of like Chinese whatever. But like there's a better way to do that, or there's like as you have a week left in your administration, or even the past 6 months to a year, I would argue, like how about not focusing on things that Americans get money from and enjoy, and focus on things that because at a time when people need money and they need all these things, there's got to be a better way to allocate your time as a government rather than to deal with things that is going to cause Americans some distress and economic hardships. So just wanted to bitch about that real quick because it's so fucking stupid and it's making me fucking crazy and it's really being highlighted this past week. So I just wanted to bitch about that real quick. And you guys know liberal Democratic guy, but like it's just, like I was reading about Nvidia today, like how, basically they're putting rules in place so China can't just buy, however many microprocessors that they can have, and then they said, it's not really going to stop them, right? It's not going to stop China or anything like that. And it's going to not encourage competition. I can't believe I sound like a Republican right now, but like, it's annoying me, all of that. And
yeah, you do.
What's annoying mostly is that Nvidia or whatever you want to call it has a stock, and it's not doing well, and it should be doing well. And you know who has those stocks? A lot of hardworking American people that have 401ks and stuff like that, and they really don't need that type of bullshit to drive prices down, right? Like that's all I'm saying. Like, don't search out ways for people like average people or even below average people that money is going to be taken out of their lives. TikTok, millions of Americans make probably thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, creating content and enjoying stuff on there. What the fuck are we doing? Like, what the fuck is this about? So, whatever. Just wanted to bitch about that real quick. Thank you.
I'm glad you did.
Thanks for your comments, man. I mean, I think this is all about like more of a libertarian approach, like less government. Like we just don't need the government up in every single part of our life and in every single thing. That happens along the course of the way. I'm with you, Joe. That sounded very Republican, but actually it just sounded kind of normal.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I'm not like all I'm saying is, and like the argument, like TikTok is Chinese, the Chinese government can sell that Americans information, and we don't like that. Like, I get it, right? I get it. Maybe I even agree somewhat with that. It just seems like they're like, is this a priority now? Like, well, what's the priority here? Like, why are we focusing on that? Because that's fucking hurting people at a time where we can't fucking most people can't deal with any more hurt in their lives. And it's just pissing me off. So like, I get the points, but how about this, guys? Let's focus on things that aren't going to cause financial hardships during a really fucked up hard time for people. It seems so out of touch that I can't even fucking believe it. So whatever, dude. I don't want to talk about libertarian or Republican. I just want to bitch about that and then fucking move on. But yeah.
Respect, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Respect, bro.
Thank you.
There's a hero coming to save us all.
Exactly, yeah.
Hero.
Exactly. Yeah.
Goddamn hero. And this might be a little something to do with that little energy shift that happened. A little bit, because about an hour ago, I'll tell you what, we got some rumors floating around here that Donald Trump is going to issue some executive orders day one. He's going to
Like
step
100
foot in
of
that
them, right?
door. He's going to rip off his shirt. And say, let's go, motherfuckers. Issuing an executive order on his first day of presidency regarding Bitcoin and crypto, according to the Washington Post. He's going to say, all those lawsuits out there, fuck them. Fuck them. Just don't even respond to him. He's going to say, cyber Kongs, don't worry about it. Right?
That would be awesome, dude. That'd be awesome.
He's gonna do some crazy shit. He doesn't care anymore. That man, there was an attempt on his life, and I think it changed him. I don't think if he gave any fucks ever, and I don't think he did, I think he gives no fucks now.
Well, I think he gave his life to the Lord that day.
That could be, as we all did before the show.
He's a changed man.
This is exactly why I need to be more like I shouldn't say the things because then you guys think that like I'm actually agreeing with all this shit and it's fucking stupid.
Just go with it, Joe. Jesus Christ. Just go with
I'll say this. You know what? Crypto related, fucking amazing. So thank you. The mere fact that he said that he's going to make it a priority in his administration to deal with a lot of this crypto stuff. Mwah, beautiful. Thank you, Donald Trump, because of that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not whatever. Yeah.
And look, I like Tyler retweeted that story, right? And I think Tyler's absolutely fucking right here. It's not priced in. The second Trump does anything that is like giga bullish for crypto, that's it. Game the fuck on. It's like blowing past previous all-time high, blowing past 108K. It's like the next leg up. It's finding that next all-time high. I feel it. It's not priced in here. We send possibly as soon as next week the second that man steps foot in the White House and the executive orders start flying.
What kind of executive orders could he be pushing out related to crypto? Like if we were to guess.
Here's one. President-elect Trump expected to repeal crypto accounting policy requiring banks holding digital assets to count them as liabilities. So an example there, meaning banks can custody crypto, right? Wasn't that a thing that we heard over the summer that
Yeah.
And I might be conflating a few things, but that being one, could he do an executive order for Bitcoin strategic reserve? That kind of thing. I don't know. And I wonder, I don't know exactly what it is he can do or will do. I just know he's probably going to do something that's going to be spicy. And it's as soon as next week. It's coming really fucking soon. So I'm excited.
Well, last week they were saying that on his first day in office, he has around 100 executive orders that he intends to sign.
Yeah, that was that. I think that's what was written in the article.
Wild. U.S. court demands SEC explain itself for denying Coinbase's request for crypto-specific regulation. I mean, things are just shaping up to be really, really awesome for us. And back to Tyler's thing, I don't think any of it's priced in. There is some of it priced in, just like the reason we even hit 108K, but it's, I think, barely. I think that's just general excitement. I think that's what we would have hit if Trump weren't in office. I think that we would have a decent amount of excitement about crypto in general, but tangible things, I don't think so. Still going to get really fun. Let me see what else we got. Oh, Ethereum's starting to bull post. Little random thing. It sounds like they hired an intern, so they actually have somebody tweeting for them that's, I don't know, maybe degen, maybe, I don't know. But that's kind of exciting. Ethereum needs some help. So we'll take that.
By the way, speaking of that, you guys always bust my balls. So backstory a little bit. A while ago, I swapped out a bunch of my ETH for Bitcoin, right? And these guys were like, what a fucking moron this guy is, right? Yeah. Check out this guy, right? Just busting my balls. Henry said that he was laughing himself to sleep every night. Hudah was like, I was on the phone with him during that time, listening to him, that sort of stuff. If you take a 6-month look at Bitcoin versus Ethereum, I think you'll see that I was correct in my swapping of that. Just
didn't do that 6 months ago.
I don't think that was 6 months. That was like right around the election, if I remember right.
No, it was you want to know when it was? It was.
I mean, I could look it up because I could look and see when we were completely harassing you in DMs.
It was when Bitcoin was 30K. That's when it was.
Wait, when Bitcoin was 30K?
No.
Well, no.
It was
Actually,
like 90 something, like high 90s.
No. Hold on, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, the majority of my Bitcoin was swapped at when it was 30K. I apologize.
Joe's like, I can't wait to tell these fucking guys I swapped Bitcoin at 30K for ETH.
Go back whatever date. Hudah, Henry, go back whatever date you want. Any date you want. You pick it, cowboy, and then you fucking see. You fucking see, you piece of shit, hiding behind your fucking screen, your little fucking screen. You
I'm
want
gonna
me to
go
show
back.
you?
I'm pretty sure it was post-election, or was it right before the election?
Why don't you pull that information up? Oh, you
Why don't you
can't.
just go to your wallet and look it up?
I did.
What day was it?
I outperformed ETH, you fucking moron.
I don't know about that. Here,
I
I'm
don't
searching.
know.
I don't know.
Hudah doesn't
I'm
know.
looking. I'm
You
looking.
both look. I wish you would.
Hold everybody.
No, but Joe, I believe you. How much have you outperformed ETH? Like, what's the
In 6
percentage?
months.
Would you say?
In 6
No,
months.
not 6 months. On the day that you swapped in, and we
I don't know.
had a little bit of fun.
I can do 1 month, 6 months, 5 days, or a day. Just using the charts. I'm not going to go and be like, oh, what exactly?
You're not gonna get the facts to support what you're saying. No, it's good.
Let me just say this. Let me just say, for 6 months, let me just say this. At 6 months, Ethereum is down 1%, 1.08%. In 6 months, Bitcoin is up 62%. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So just saying.
What
Yeah.
are you saying?
No, it's a great win. Great win.
Yeah.
If you did that swap 6 months ago, it's a great win.
At 1 month, Ethereum is down 21%. Bitcoin is down 6%. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You guys do the math on that, okay? You guys
We're
go
looking.
and you look. It's gonna take you fucking 20 years to do it because you guys are fucking morons. Oh, it should have taken you fucking 3 seconds to do it. Both you guys are on it together. What a fucking crack squad team we got here, huh? These two fucking morons. Look at Hudah.
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. You want to prove a point about the swap you made, but you're using a chart from 6 months ago, or 1 month ago, or a week ago versus the day you made the swap.
How about this, dude? We're just fucking taking milestone points at this time. Okay? You want to find the real date? I don't have the time for that. I'm too busy counting the wins right now. That's what I'm doing, okay? You laugh
We'll
yourself.
just give it to him. Give it to him.
Yeah, no, Joe, for real, bro. That was a smart move.
I think legit he made the right trade. I think he's up big.
Yeah, I do too.
Or down less. Either way.
Yeah.
Nailed it, bro.
Yeah, I know, dudes. I know.
Nice
Get back to me when you do the math on that, you fucking morons. Hey, chat. These guys took a good 5 minutes of your and my time to look for it, and guess what? They couldn't fucking do it. Fucking idiots, huh? How do you think we got the name for this show? You just were witness to it, y'all. These fucking two morons. They want to move on. They want to know why they moved on? Because they can't fucking do it. They're fucking dumb fucks. Anyway, thank you guys. Thanks for taking the L's on that, and let's move on.
No problem. Fucking amazing, Joe. GG's. All right. So a couple of big things over the weekend, and we'll get to those in a quick minute. I do want to look at NFT prices, volume, all that good stuff. But over the weekend, DAO was the hot story. It's we talked about it Friday. As far as put it on your radar, it sounds like it's going to be a cook. That was the AI Accelerate DAO. Yeah. It was definitely hot. That was definitely spicy. Maybe even an understatement. But also yesterday we had what we were thinking would happen, which is Azuki anime coin. Boom. We get the tokenomics. We get the announcement.
Details were released. The allocations were released. The locking mechanisms were released. And there's no VCs, so that's good news.
Yeah.
Now you can make an argument that it wasn't the greatest day because a nuclear bomb dropped within the crypto scene, so the floor prices really didn't move all that much. So it's kind of fucked. But
I mean, Azuki's kind of, and let's look at floors because they kind of did good volume wise. Azuki's cooked like 10 mil. But
if you own an Azuki, do you give a fuck about volume, or do you care about the pricing of if you want to resell the thing?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I got to check how much they were actually up. But good point here. What I did notice floor price wise was this. I had to tweet about it because I was kind of shocked to see it. Puppets and Node Monks fell under 0.1.
Wow.
Literally fall levels, which is pretty fucking crazy. 0.097 for Puppets, 0.096 for Node Monks. And I had to tweet that because I know people are like, fuck, it was kind of obvious. Should have got in. It didn't. I'm like, that opportunity's here again. It's not going to be for long. It's not. And I think when this bottoms, look, we probably said it 15 times in the past few months. This is the last time. Like they're not gonna fall back here this cycle. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. It feels like it, but these will not be here long. So, if you were trying to get in those communities, man, they're fucking cheap right now. 10K cheap, but you know what I mean. Azuki, by the way, up almost 10%, 9% in the past day. Elementals 8%,
and the floor price is basically where it was before the announcement, which is really brutal on the elementals. That's what I know.
Wow.
I'm assuming the Azuki probably around the same. I know that they were talking about it's over 15 ETH floor. It's back down to 1375 or something like that. So, not the greatest, but yeah.
People have been doing their speculating on what's the drop going to be worth.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not crazy. It's not Pengu crazy. So you could kind of see why people are like, all right, you know what? It's like buying it here at this price, whatever it got to, 15. You said it's like for a drop that people are predicting is like 25 grand, and nobody really knows, and it's tricky. And again, we'll get to some of those. We'll get to some of those details and predictions.
Sure.
But all in all, I mean, I think it was a good announcement. Let me peek at volume. I do want to see where we're at today.
The volume was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. Okay, so I think I said 10 mil, and I think that was maybe for the week. Yeah, 10 mil for the week. So decent, but let's look since yesterday, since the announcement. Yeah, 6.8 mil there, 2.8 in elementals, and beans 1.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid. All in all, like low volume the past few days. So
you spend 2.8 million. The floor is exactly the fucking same goddamn price since before the 2.8 million. Go fucking figure. Yeah. I don't fucking know.
Gotta say too, though, looking at sales volume for today, this rolling 24 hours, this might be our best day of sales in weeks. I mean, we're on pace for. Actually, hang on. Something must be wrong. There must have been a big old wash sale come through or something.
I mean, the Azuki thing was huge. I mean, that had a lot of fucking sales. I mean,
yeah. This is showing 151 mil, which is obviously not right. So I think there's a big old wash sale that came through that we must have blown away. Either way, we'll check that tomorrow and see. Oh, it's this fucking thing, a Uniswap or some position, or what is that? Unilend? Oh, it's a big old loan. Interesting. Whatever. Not going to spend time on that. We'll check tomorrow, see what volume really came in at. But decent. I'll say that at the very least. Decent day for sales. All right, let's do anime.
Yeah.
God, great fucking animation, man. You would expect that from them. You would expect. But
yeah, they do killer animations over there. They're good
actually,
at that shit.
I'm glad you're here, Henry, because I do want to chat Anime Foundation, which I remember Genkai are part of.
The thing is, they're part of the Anime Foundation that is part of like Sanfran Tokyo. It's not the. I don't think it's the same Anime Foundation. Okay. Like I'm not expecting that Genkai are getting airdropped from this.
So is that more like the way you guys are collabing with Anime Foundation, like Anime Coin probably is collabing with them too, just like, you know what I mean? Because there was some connection there.
Yeah. I believe so. I think Azuki is also part of that, but I think it's different than like the Anime Coin.
Gotcha. Okay. So good.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a story that they told, right? They had, I think they had her standing in the front of a cave with light, and then they had her with a case shining a light, and now they have, her opening it up, and then now they have the fucking coin flying out her ass and into the air and stuff.
Oh, that's what it should have been.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Man, that would have been cool. So in their announcement, talking about anime shaping global culture, art to fashion, music to gaming, 1 billion fans worldwide. It's a lot of fans. A lot of people like anime. That's true. That's pretty true. But they say something that is kind of cliche here in Web3. But I do kind of wonder if they maybe mean it more than most, which is anime. This coin transforms the anime ecosystem into a community-owned creative economy. And so I'm wondering if, and maybe this is pretty obvious here, that they got more announcements coming. I think that's safe to assume, right? That you got to do something with a coin, even though they've called it like a culture coin.
Right.
I don't think it's just an announcement of a coin and TGE happens and then that's it. Then nothing else is coming. It's studio. It's some kind of reward system. There's something coming here for that.
Yeah,
coin.
they have a whole system of scoring. They have a whole system of like using, the yaps, a whole bunch of stuff that they're sort of setting up. Oddly enough, they're very similar to the Pengu situation because they are getting a blockchain with it as well. So there is that type of thing. I just don't know if they've marketed it as well. But yeah, because there's, the coin's coming up. What's the coin going to do with Pengu and Abstract? You're going to get the Abstract next. So there wasn't a lot of dumping and there was excitement. And, it was well done. I'm not sure what we have with this quite yet.
Yep. And so speculating on what it could be, right? Do you see like a Zuki or like anime chain, like animes on Netflix, or do you think they go launch their own platform for animes? And do they try to attract the same way Doodles has attracted like world-class talent, like those musicians and
Sure.
animators or whatever? Do they start or try to do the same and they have their own version of like Doodles TV? Maybe it's exclusive there to start and then it goes to like streaming platforms. But I feel like they got to be building in that direction. Like I feel like they are doing that, and that's what we're waiting for. What do you think that they're actually doing for both of you guys? I'm curious.
Just wanted to make sure Henry was going to be silent.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was just letting you go.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Why don't you go, Henry?
Yeah, no, I think they're building a collective of anime content. I mean, what did they spend for the anime.com domain name? $500,000 or so.
Yeah.
So you got to imagine that they are trying to do something that revolves around content. Token fuels it, whether it's token gated access, whether you're paying for access to it. That I'm not sure, but I assume it's probably simple. I don't know. Can they change the landscape? I feel like, can anybody change the landscape right now of like what it is that we do in Web3? Sorry, Joe, hang tight with your thoughts a second.
Yeah.
The hard part about any of this stuff, whether it's Pengu, whether it's anime, whether it's whatever Doodles drops, it's like great that it's a liquidity event for people. But in the end, can they really change the face of what we're doing? We already have a bajillion tokens out there, of which nobody really gives a fuck about what they do. Like if you can use them as forms of payment, awesome. We already have that. So like in the end, what barrier does it get rid of? What does it do that makes it easier for anybody to do what they're already doing in Web3, which is really just grinding for the next win? So I'm just always like a little bit apprehensive about like what is it that somebody's going to build that's going to change the landscape of what we're doing, because I genuinely don't think anybody in Web3 cares about the kinds of things teams are building for. I think for the most part, people just care like what's the win equate to in my pocket, and that's it. Because I just feel like we're so early and there's barely anybody in the space right now, and the ones that are in it are just in it for financial gains. For the most part, there's outliers. Sorry, Joe.
I feel like Henry would love this site instead of his like Doodles he does.
Yeah, it's maddening. So
Just click and drop these stickers on here, By the way, there are free stickers. They are collectibles. I think they're NFTs behind the scenes too. So if you've never done this, you should probably go to anime.com and grab them.
Yeah. I don't know what anime. I don't know what. So Azuki, more than any other, well, not more than any other project, but Azuki, especially for NFT projects, I've never really been connected with them, which is odd because I'm Japanese and, you would think that I would like anime or whatever, but never really got into it. Not a huge like animation person in general, I guess. So I don't know what they've been doing, but I do know that they succeed quite a lot, right? I do know that when you ask the Web3 communities that I trust, they say, oh, there's only a group of people and communities and NFT projects that really are trustworthy or strong and that have done well through this terrible market that we've been through recently. And so they've always succeeded. So I don't know. I'm curious to see if it goes further. Now, as far as like speaking to what Henry was saying, which is like, I was in that camp as well, which is like a blockchain is almost like, what the fuck is this? Like, what do we give a shit about a blockchain? Like, how does anyone get excited? It's like talking about RAM for a computer or something. Like, what do I care? Like, how does that help me in my thing? Well, it makes your games play faster or whatever, right? Like, I care about the games. That's what I care about. I care about the fun that my computer will let me accomplish and stuff. Now, I want to say the cool thing that I've heard recently is the abstract chain has started to label itself as the fun blockchain, right? And they're going to do streaming, and they're going to tip people in the Pengu, and they're going to make it so you don't have to connect wallets to it. It's going to be easy accessible. It's going to have all these things that I think will be kind of an interesting thing. It's what you build on top of the blockchain, so people don't have to be concerned with the blockchain, but they want to make the blockchain the intricate part, or the skeletal, it's like the Wolverine. The Wolverine is a badass when you walk up to it, right? But it's his skeletal, metal fucking skeleton that makes him the fucking bad man. You know what I mean? So,
Wait,
like,
you talking about the hero dude or a real Wolverine?
no, well, the X-Men Wolverine, right?
What did you say at first? It's a lovable thing or something?
I feel like he said something like
I
that.
think you changed
Like,
thoughts
yeah.
mid.
Yeah.
First, it was the cutesy little
Like,
animal.
like Wolverine is nice as fuck until you meet his internal
You know what? I might have said like
skeleton.
he's sweet. I might have been like he's a sweet ass, meaning that like he's cool. I don't know what I said, but my point is this: is like when you see the Wolverine and in his total, you don't see the skeleton. You see a fucking badass with the yellow and the fucking claws and him kicking fucking ass and whatever. He looks amazing, right? It's all the
Looks
cool
amazing.
shit that he does. But the fucking ectoskeleton inside, made of fucking whatever it's called,
Adamantium? What was that
adamantium,
called? Or
is
whatever.
the skeletal system in which all of that is built upon. And that's what I'm talking about. Abstract. I almost don't even want to care about the blockchain. I want to care about what's on top of the blockchain that is so intricate and fun that we're just having a blast on it. And guess what? It's on a blockchain. Amazing. Thank you. And I think that that's kind of the direction that we've been wanting is making a blockchain useful for people. And hopefully the abstract one will do it. Hopefully anime will do it. I think that I don't know what they want to do quite yet, but that's kind of what I've been thinking about. Is that
So if I understand what you're saying right, to you, abstract being the fun chain,
yes,
is what makes abstract different, because you'll be able to have content on there and they'll tip you with it.
Well, how about this? Yeah, well, you'd be able to. They want to do streaming constantly on there, right? I don't know any other service that does that. Do you? On a blockchain?
On chain streaming, or just streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like, I don't know what on chain streaming is.
I don't
to be honest.
either. I really don't either. But what I'm saying is that, like, you were talking about how everyone right now is just waiting for the next grinding out of the next win of like liquidity and da. I think that these guys are trying to make a usable use case for the blockchain in which you're not considering, oh, this is what the devs and the tech is really good on it. No one gives a fuck about that. They want cool things that they're doing. And if it's on a blockchain, all the better. You get tipped in the thing. Maybe you'll make money as a, you know what I mean? That type of thing, I think, is what the direction that a successful Web3 person should be going towards when they're talking about creating a blockchain.
Is it? Yeah, sorry.
Look, I filled up the screen.
Oh, is that
Nice.
you doing it?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was so revolutionary, by the way, I realize I might sound a little fuddish. I want nothing but success for abstract and anime. The space is PvP enough. I'm skeptical about everything, because I'm like, if it's that game changing, what's the reason we don't know what it does? And I would assume it's because none of that it's all of it's, yeah, I could be wrong.
Well, did you hear what he said, Hudah?
No, he cut out right when he made his point, which is a bummer.
Yeah. And now he's muted himself
Yeah, you there, Henry?
to punish himself.
Why don't we throw out what we think he said?
Well, I don't know what he said. He said that
fuck
he's,
abstract chain. And
Yeah.
he said fuck anime chain.
Oh, sorry.
He said
Sorry.
These pieces of shit.
he said if it was so cool, then why can't they explain what it is quite yet? I think that's what he was kind of saying.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Joe. To me, I'm a bit of a skeptic on a lot of the stuff, and I'm just like, if it's revolutionary, then what's the reason? Like, we don't know. And I would assume some of it is obviously they have marketing, tactics that they're going to use. Tactics isn't the right word, but part of me is like, it's probably because in the end it isn't all that cool. It's probably like, oh, yeah.
No one's saying you're saying revolutionary. I'm not saying revolutionary. I said it's a fun blockchain, and that's the direction I think it should go. And it has intrigued me as far as like what other blockchain says anything. Like what blockchain has marketed itself to do anything that's interesting other than like I guess Ethereum with smart contracts and things like that, and kind of buying and selling and doing all that sort of stuff. I think that like what they're saying is that they're going to do things with that type of stuff, with content creation is one of them. There's going to be games. There's going to be other stuff like that they're going to do. And they're going to be tipped in Pengu and, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. Is it? I didn't say revolutionary. I just said
no. I didn't say that you said it was revolutionary.
I just think that it's a good direction, and maybe the marketing is good, but we have to wait and see. Whereas in most other blockchains, I have no fucking clue what they do other than like, hey, let's do a bunch of dApps and fucking sex and dexes on them and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I mean, I do, but like, it's another one in the long list of blockchain things that I have to deal with that I'm not thrilled about. You know what I mean?
That's where that is. I think it is good for them. I think it's good for them. I look at Ape as being maybe a great example of why I think none of it matters. Like Ape is good for Hudah, right? Does it really matter to anybody outside of the Ape ecosystem?
No, but they're not really doing anything to include anyone in that ecosystem other than apes.
But even if they were, just like it's just another chain. It's just another chain. And if people decide to adopt it as like a busy chain, people want to build on it, awesome. I just feel like the chain move is like, yeah, it's cool. Hey, it's a liquidity event, and for people who hold either the community NFTs that they're going to airdrop to, or the primaries like elementals or the main Azuki collection, awesome. Just am like, I just don't know that I see anything really changing in a spectacular way. Happy to be completely wrong.
I would say this: you're right most of the time, and almost all of it right now. I'm just saying. Hudah, have your balls tickled a little bit when he said there's going to be money made for content creators? And have you been like, oh, this is an interesting thing that I need to be keeping an eye on? Have you? More so than you would with any other blockchain?
Yeah. Abstract chain, that got the balls tickling.
Yes.
Like, yeah, for sure.
All I'm saying is they're doing a good job marketing and creating interest for something that is coming out, that we'll see what they're doing. They're trying to keep it a surprise. We don't necessarily know exactly what they're doing, but I'm interested. I think
I am too.
Interested.
So
I am too.
What if Anime Chain, if it's not a revolutionary thing, instead it's like very much what Doodles are doing. It's not revolutionary. It's just a new way, or a like it's a little iteration, and it's fun, and maybe it's more rewarding for everybody. Maybe for like fans, it's more rewarding because it's faster and it's more direct to like the artist and the art that they like. And for creators, maybe it is a way for them to connect with fans too, but it's also a way that maybe they can actually earn more money this way too. So, you know, maybe it's that, and we don't see the payoff for this kind of stuff. And this is where I lean. Doodle Studio, maybe this anime chain and whatever they're building, we don't see the payoff for this for 5-10 years down the road. But this being the foundation for that new way, and it's just a little new, but down the road, you build on this and keep building and building. It could be really exciting.
And Hudah, you said this before. You said sooner or later, everyone is going to have their own coin. Oh, I have a family coin that I pay everybody for doing their chores, right? You've said that. Maybe the smart people right now creating blockchains and creating their own coins are creating worlds, anime.com, a blockchain associated with anime, where they're creating their own currencies, where they can start to create and foster community, in which those coins are an intricate part of what they're doing, where the blockchain itself, it doesn't really matter other than it's the backbone. It's what everyone's creating on the top of it, in which it's fun for the community to be directly involved, directly building, and directly getting rewarded with that coin. And it's kind of fostering that. And that's what Web3 is doing, right? It's building things as a community where we're all being rewarded, and when we're all participating. I think we've heard that over and over in this space. Maybe the people that are doing these things have finally got that message, and hopefully these are opportunities in which we can start to see a little of that come to fruition. And maybe in 5 to 10 years, we're actually saying, they did accomplish that mission, whether it's streaming, whether it's fun, whether or not, like, you think of abstract, you think of like YouTube, TikTok, forums, Discord, communication, Instagram, all of that together in sort of an abstracty type of way in which people are using this coin for whatever reason. Abstract is the same thing with anime. Whether you're in Japan, you're associated with it, you're getting paid, you're doing all that stuff. That's what I'm excited about, and that's what I'm hoping that these next things are going to be the beginning showing signs of that.
I fucking dig it, man. I like it.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that the team that brought you Elementals at 2.5 ETH at how many for sale? 10,000, and the FUD behind that. I'm not
20,000.
There's 20,000, but did they sell 20 or were 10 dropped to the original?
I don't know. I don't know the dynamics of that.
Yeah, I'm just not sure that. Like, I just don't know if they're looking at a chain on how to be rewarding to the people versus how do we extract more money.
That's fair.
Okay.
How quickly we forget, by the way.
It's fair.
Forget what?
No, well,
that they dropped a 20K copy pasta art on their own community and made $38 million, give or take, and everyone fudded the hell out of them. And now it's like, oh, but new token comes. It should be awesome. It could be. It could be. I just think sometimes, like, we know the game plan, we know intentions of the project, and it just makes me wonder, like, what's the guiding light? What are the guiding principles behind the scene? Sure. Is it about rewarding people, or is it just about, like, this is business, how do we extract more?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. I'm hoping that all I'm saying is whether it's Azuki, whether it's abstract, whether it's whatever, the thoughts in my head that I just spewed out for the past like 10 minutes, whatever it was, apologies. I think I'd rather have that thought of like, oh, good, people are doing this type of thing. Maybe we can make it a reality rather than, yeah, it's like another liquidity extracting event for the communities that they're getting more money from. At least this is showing signs of something, right? I mean, maybe this is just the roadmaps, the white papers again, that no one actually does anything, but it makes sense on some level that this could work. So I don't know, man. But yeah, a couple of the things, I guess we're pulling up the allocations. So let's talk that, Hudah.
Yep.
Yeah. By the way, before you do that, I would say I feel pretty confident with abstract. Like it feels different to me. I could get there with anime. I could get there. I'm not there right now, but I could get there.
I don't think anybody can get there yet because we don't know shit. We don't know anything. We don't know a single thing about the chain other than it's going to exist.
No, but even if I knew nothing about abstract and I was betting between, let's say, Azuki versus Pudgies, seeing what Pudgies has done, I'm like, okay, I'm hitching my wagon to abstract.
Yeah.
You know what I appreciate? You know what I appreciate is that with the NFT projects and the white papers and the roadmaps, especially, just FYI, having been exposed to so many projects, trying to, like talking with a lot of projects and hearing them talk about their roadmaps, I knew that they knew nothing about them at all. Metaverse, don't know anything about it. Creating their own whatever, nothing. They had nothing about it. The cool thing that I see now with these blockchains is at least these people have had to do some original thinking on saying new messaging to a community that seems somewhat interesting. Even if it goes nowhere, thank God we're not just spewing out the same metaverse, in real life events, whatever that came with the NFT projects. It's new meta and it's new information that at least someone had to think of new things to say to us to talk about.
Breaking news.
Can't be that good.
And Donald Trump's inauguration, guys, will feature tech leaders and a crypto ball, honoring him as the first crypto president. Yes. I mean, come on.
Dude, yes. Yeah. Love it.
Dude, it's gonna be really
invited?
fucking fun. You know what?
Can we bring the Kong there? Can we set up activations there?
That's fucking incredible. Like, this is the shit we're in store for, and I'm here for it. I'm excited. Saigar made a really good point here too. Let me see if I got it still, but things are definitely going to change here. And again, I don't think any of it's priced in. Saigar saying the new administration doesn't even need to do anything. It's a great point. Doesn't need to do anything, could sit on their asses, and it still would be a massive improvement over the witch hunts of the last 4 years.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Yeah, dude. Without a doubt.
We're
Without
in
a
for
doubt.
a really special time, I think. At minimum, it's just gonna be better, and then best case scenario, it's fucking I don't know, 4 years of just like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe. I think it's something that we just haven't seen before. So
it makes me so many people last week were calling that the top was in or were close to it. And I don't know if maybe they're just not as, like, they might be really schooled on all of the data that comes out, FOMC or any of the, stuff coming out of the Treasury or any of that kind of stuff, the jobs reports, etc. But I think the one variable, it's almost like Josh Allen for the Bills. He's like a variable, like you just cannot predict what kind of effect that has outside of the normal parameters of X's and O's, right? I think that is exactly what Trump is. I think he's just this variable that makes it really difficult to say, like, oh yeah, the top's in. Like, dude hasn't even come in yet. Who knows what he's willing to do or what he's willing to not do? Maybe
we
to
also
Saigar's
know,
point.
we do know two things. Well, we know one thing for sure. Trump is looking out for Trump. And we know that Trump owns a fuckload of crypto. So if that's the case, he's probably not going to do stuff to FUD his own bags. He's probably going to do everything in his power to make sure his bags are so fucking tight that he becomes the richest man and most powerful man in the world, right?
Oh, also, like, that's a great point. Like, maybe with all the civil suits he has, and he's thinking 4 years down the road, what can they do with any of my assets if I do end up owing money in New York or wherever? Maybe he's got a whole bunch of like Anon hardware wallets, and he's like, cool, I'm going to make sure that this stuff is tight. So 4 years from now, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think that's all pretty likely. Here's the breakdown of the anime token. It's a nice breakdown. Again, this is at the very least, people liked this part of it. It wasn't much news that dropped with the token announcement, but this people liked the Azuki community. So the NFT holders, Azukis, Elementals, Beans, and there's a Boku collection or whatever it's called. Boku. 37.5% of the token is going to them. It's a big chunk. It's 10% more than Pudgy's, I think, got.
Thank you. Yeah. Maybe I think more than that. Maybe I don't.
Is
but
it?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. Okay. A little over 24% for domain expansion. 15.6% for team and advisors. 7.5% almost for company. 2% for partner communities, and 13% for community cultivation.
Which I think people are saying add the community cultivation to community, which adds up to, 37, 47.
I figured that was marketing, but you're right. That maybe that's in
50.5 is what 50.5 to the community, they say.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
30, 40.
And there's no VCs. So let me give you some of the talking points that I have no idea what that means. No VCs means more goes to communities, more goes to the community. Now they talk about what's locked up at the time of TGE. And so not a lot is like the team is vested for a year. A lot of these coins that are there, I can't see the screen anymore, but a lot of the percentages are not dropping as soon as, the TGE happens, the domain expansion, the company, the team and advisors. A lot of this is locked up, and a lot of it is not going to be distributed on day one. So, once TGE happens, there's only a certain amount that is going to be released to the public that is allowed to be sold, which is good.
But I thought it was a pretty
It's a
massive
lot.
amount,
It
like
is. It's
75% or something.
Yeah, exactly.
75% what is?
75% of the tokens are released at TGE.
But what I'm saying is a lot of the 25 extra percent or even the 50, some of the 50% is for things that are not going to be distributed on day one. So they won't be able to sell on day one.
Yeah.
So even though that percentage is there, that percentage is unlocked, but the
sitting in a wallet to be used, and it's there liquid to be used.
Expansion,
yeah.
to be used for other things. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to be used for potentially for a year or who knows how long.
Yep. Not in some Anon's wallet where you can just dump it on you.
Correct.
Right out of the gate. So yeah, fair point. Supply's what, 10 billion. So
10
big
bill.
supply. Pudgy was 88 billion, so nothing like that, but still 10 bill. 70 something percent from the get-go unlocked. But to Joe's point, yeah, most of it's there to build with, not to dump. So all in all, interesting. And then we're just waiting for the next bit of news. But it is January. It's coming this month, so we're in the next 2 weeks. This is coming. The market could look entirely different by the time this drops. I kind of think it will. So we've got the abstract drop coming. We've got the anime coin drop coming. I'm still hopeful we get the OpenSea drop this month too. Although at this point I'm thinking maybe no. Maybe they're like, let's space it out. Let's do this like February, March, whatever. I don't know. Still a lot of good stuff to look forward to. So all in all, I dig it. I'm just excited for more news.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I really wanted the floors to go up so I could potentially see if I wanted to sell one of my Azukis or something to that effect.
You got an Azuki?
I got 2 elementals. That's what I have. 2 elementals. And I was like, maybe I'll buy one and then like flip it with the other one. But like you said, Hudah, the breakdown of what you're gonna get is not the most bullish. But if it hits 2 billion, then it is bullish. It's going to be more than if you paid for, if you paid like what I paid for my elemental, you'll pay for that if it's 2 billion. So,
you know what? That remind. I didn't even throw up price predictions here. Let me go find those real quick. Henry, what were you saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. Okay. I saw predictions. Fuck. Where's my tweets? They're not these astronomical predictions. First of all, I mean, I see some thoughts that like an Azuki gets maybe 25,000 worth of anime coin, which is awesome. $25,000 is great, but I think we got a little spoiled from Pengu. That was like $1,000 plus $100,000 airdrop. So 25,000 ain't hitting quite the same. That is also, if I remember correctly, whatever breakdown I looked at, that's like an 800 mil market cap. And I don't know how high this can go. I think it all depends on what news they drop. But there's a world where it's double that, and then all of a sudden you're looking at a $50,000 drop. So it's not nothing. Here we go. Here's one
for Azuki.
Yeah. It's not nothing. It's also not anything close to the Pengu drop.
I'm not confident in. And the other funny part is that it's on Hype. Hyperlink, is it?
Hyperliquid. Like a small percent's going to be there.
So it's on. Well, what I'm saying is that like it's Arbitrum. So I think that like some people are like, Arbitrum's kind of a weird deal. But I mean, we'll see. Like I said, 2 billion, man. Like I don't know if it's getting to 2 billion. I would love it, but we'll see.
Yeah, 2 billies. Yeah, I wonder. I fucking wonder. It's I have a hard time picturing it getting to that market cap when Pengu is basically there. But you never know. And if it does get to 2 billion, then we're looking at that, $50,000 or so drop. So
Pengu got to 4, didn't it? It got to 4 billion or something like that.
Out of the gate, right? I think even higher too, like 6. But
it was 4 billion like a couple weeks ago or like a week and a half ago, I think. Yeah,
FTV or market cap.
I'm not good at that shit, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think off the giddy it was as well. So it was reaching really good levels. So we'll see. I mean, I'm pulling for Azuki, but yeah, I'm not like super confident.
Yes, sirs. Okay, let me see if we got time. We got a few minutes. Let's do a little AI Accelerate.
Okay.
Because that was wild. All right, what did you guys see about that this weekend? Did you catch the FUD? Did you? Yeah. What did you see and what do you think with it?
Let me just say one more thing about anime. The coin, all the tokens, all that stuff. What you're gonna get. It's so much complexity going on. Like what's the floor price is going to be once TGE happens? How much people are going to have it? All that stuff. We don't know yet what the market cap is going to be. All that sort of stuff. So it could be killer. It could be weird. I don't know. Just wanted to say that. Accelerate. I saw 2 things on it. I saw you talking about it on your show, saying that this is a fucking must-have cook, and that it wasn't available to the public at that point. And you showed the who's who of crypto people associated with it. That was just insane. And you're right. It was like who how could this not get any better? We may have even talked about it. Like, it was the most exciting I felt for something that was about to happen within meme coin world. But we found out what could happen. And what could happen was, once you get a bunch of people that have those names, they could fucking dump on it immediately if it wasn't vested or locked up or anything like that, which seemed to happen. And it was either going to cook, and it did cook, or it was gonna be a dump from all these fucking prominent people, and that was both true.
Yep. No, exactly, man. It was one of the wildest things we've seen in a minute here, because it played out how you'd expect. It was hot, but also, to your point, fucking these guys and the community reaction, which I actually think is ridiculous, kinda. But the community reaction to it is really what the story was. So a whole bunch of insiders got the token, and people were pissed only because they missed out, because they didn't get tokens too. That's really what people are pissed about. They might not like the way it happened. Maybe they think it's dirty, and that's fine. It's a whole other conversation. But I think people just got a little salty they missed out. Some people dumped their tokens. Others did not. But there was certainly a witch hunt trying to find the people who dumped. I went through, there's a dashboard built. Showed every person who got, and if they're holding still. I think I have that pulled up somewhere. I'm not going to even bother. But, man, that was the story. That was it. And one of the more interesting things was, like, watching Shaw's now turning into a villain. According to people in the community, I don't know. I have no idea. I still like the guy, and I also feel like he could be a questionable character. I don't know. But it was interesting seeing Shaw flip from supportive of it to all of a sudden him feeling like they are a vampire attack on AI16Z and being pretty against those guys, pretty against the AI Accelerate guys. I'm like, you're a fucking one of their advisors. You're listed as one of their developers. What do you mean you suddenly think it's all wrong, that they should have been building in with you? It's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, I heard what you said, and I get it. You were saying that, like, hey, Henry, do you want to jump on this? I've been talking a lot.
No, because honestly, no, I'm enjoying listening. I kind of know nothing about the aftermath other than the things you guys are saying.
Well, Hudah, I know that you were saying that, like, what are they supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, if they're prominent, they invested, they have every right to sell. If it goes up that amount of money, and you invest 5 SOL and you have life-changing money, like $1.5 million, then you deserve that. I'm glad that they did that. I hope that I would be able to have that situation where I could make that choice. Now, I will say this. I agree with you with that, but what happens a lot of times with these meme coins is we want to see the teams have their coins locked up for a certain amount of time, so you know that it's not a rug, because the information that these people have, like the people that watch all these shows like ours, that were like, this is a fucking cook, right? This is a fucking cook. And it is. But a lot of times you lock up the coins for a period of time, so you know that it's not a fucking rug. And guess what? When they do dump, that does mean that affects people's price action, and it fucks people that are not aware that could happen. And so we do have to say that there's no law against it, but I do think morally, and just as these projects go, meme coins and shit, like, that's one of the things that we know that should be happening, is that people that are advisors or them should have their shit locked up for a certain amount of time, so they can't immediately fucking dump the goddamn things. So all the people that invest thousands and millions of dollars in it don't fucking get the rug pulled out from underneath them, and all their fucking money gets swapped out once they see Thread Guy and all those guys fucking dump their shit because there wasn't locked. Like Azuki's team has their shit locked for a year, has all their fucking tokens locked up in the company for a year because they have faith in that company, because that's what people do when they have faith in it. When they don't, it's a fucking money grab, and that's what I think is the alternative argument to Clemente and what you were saying, is that, it does seem kind of sketchy, and you can tell by the reactions of all the people that they know that it's fucked. But yeah, I get it.
And I'll just say for Henry, because I do think he maybe hasn't heard. Ultimately, my point, Henry, was people were really mad yes, about some of the guys who dumped, and really, I don't think a ton of them did dump, at least according to that dashboard, and some of the people who, according to the dashboard that dumped, didn't. They moved it. Like Sammy, he moved his to he split it between 9 other wallets. So some of them definitely dumped. Some of them did. But really what people were mad about is they didn't have the opportunity to get in. They're like, it's such a fucking cabal thing. It's like insiders and their friends and their family, they're the ones who got it. And that's what people really seem to be pissed about. And to that I say, dude, every drop, every NFT, every crypto, every single thing is the exact same way. This was just very public. It was really transparent. And I just don't know what would people do if they saw that with every single fucking project out there? Every single one.
That's what I'm saying, Hudah. A lot of these projects lock their shit up so that they can't do that because it is sketchy when those.
I don't think they do. I think okay, some do. There's definitely that exception.
We just went through Azuki that is doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying some definitely do, but I would say a majority, especially meme coins, like, and we could even just talk meme coins because this is, a token. It's a meme coin. Sure. I would say a majority of them, especially the pump fund shit. I would say all the pump fund shit, they don't do it, and nobody cares because they don't know, because they don't see it. It's not as in your face transparent that it's happening. And I wonder if this space would change if they saw it, or if some point people would just get numb to it and just realize it is what it is. It's always been that. But yeah, I felt it was, do people go a little overboard, or they justified? I think obviously justified feeling how they did, but it just struck me as, man, this is just normal. Like what happened is pretty fucking normal.
Henry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, everything you said, spot on. That's exactly that's what it is. People just don't want to see it. They're happy to participate if they're if it's unknown to them. But of course, if the cabal runs the space, period. It's no different than the mafia running New York City. Like it runs the space, because you could show all kinds of projects that are quality that haven't seen the light of day. And projects that are meaningless that people talk about. So yeah, that's just how it works.
But Henry, even you guys with decentralized locked up a certain amount of the tokens, right?
So decentralized had, what was it, 9% that was 9% that went to marketing, advisors, etc.
Yeah.
But I do know this, like months later when we checked some of the wallets, like I know people sold. I think part of it was like as the rune market just totally went to crap, I think there was people that weren't part of the team that were just like, yeah, fuck it, we're selling it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my point is this, is that like a rug usually is, and you're right, pump.fun, that might be the majority of the ones that there is no locking period. But this is not necessarily that. You know what I mean? Like this seemed like a legitimate project.
This is like Pepe. This is like not Sheeb, Nero. Those major meme coins.
But who are the advisors on Pepe?
We don't know, and maybe that's the point. We don't know. It's very anonymous, but they did the same thing.
But what I'm saying is that like the marketing for this was the people on there, and I would say that them selling immediately says a lot about it, and that it says that it's not on the up and up. And so I disagree with like part of that, like, oh, we should be applauding the transparency of it all. Like, I don't know if it was transparent that they would dump immediately upon it being available to the public. I don't think like.
Is this a meme coin or a utility token?
It's a DAO token, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's kind of, you could think of it as a hybrid. It's just like AI16Z. And as far as who dumped, like insiders that dumped, it wasn't a lot of guys, but it was some big name guys. The bankless guys dumped their tokens. And when people realized and gave them shit, they went and bought back, but at a much lower price. They bought back the same number of tokens, but not the amount that they earned, right? So they still made money on the dump. Shaw dumped, but Shaw took the money, gave 50% to the AI16Z DAO, he gave another 10% to community, gave another 10 to something. So Shaw didn't really keep any, or he kept like 10%. Very few of the big names that I saw, that I know at least, right, the names I'm familiar with, sold or did anything, kind of shady with it. There were some anonymous accounts, like completely anonymous X accounts that were just created just for this drop and then deleted the account. So I'm like, that's probably some of those guys.
Yeah, like one of the names was like
Judas
peace out, or like peace out coins or something. It was something crazy that was like just
Incredible.
in your face.
Yeah.
But like, in my opinion, this project held itself up to the level in which you would create FUD if that happened. Meaning that Pengu knew that they had to lock up a certain amount.
Yep.
Azuki know that they have to not only lock it up, but put that out there for them. When you have Frank and you have Thread Guy and you have Shaw and you have people from Google and all these, like, they're building it to be a bigger thing.
Joe, that point is what fucking got me. That fucking, they threw the names out there.
Right. Of course they did.
Dude, Henry, get this. Joe, finish your point, and then I'm going to tell
my point is that it was building itself to be a higher standard that met a level in which the community built a certain amount of trust towards it. And that trust was, they're not going to fucking dump on us immediately. And once we found out that those people dumped, we found out that the project wasn't anything like Azuki or whatever. Because if any of these projects dumped the fucking the company tokens upon release, you know the hellstorm that would come.
Oh, dude, yes. And by the way, little Doodles FUD kind of related. Julian from the Doodles, I think he's co-founder or something. He's up there in Doodles, right? People just realized, like in the past day or two, the day they tweeted a token's coming or whatever, he was selling Doodles after the announcement, which feels dirty too. That doesn't feel right. It's funny. And he even tried to make it sneaky by changing his ENS. He transferred his ENS to another wallet, defaulting his OpenSea name to something else, and then he was dumping some Doodles.
Because none of us had the opportunity to buy that except those people, and so there was almost a little bit of insider shit going on there, wasn't there?
Motherfuckers. So this is the part that got me, Henry, and you heard I kind of give this all the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm mostly okay with it, other than guys who are doing it sneakily, or I mostly don't care. But one of the founders of the DAO, there's three main guys behind it. This guy Ejaz, he does this whole like sob story thing, like, man, there were definitely things we didn't do right, and we learned, and man, this has been a really hard day, and this is how it started, and we were really excited for this, and moved too fast. But then by the second half of his big long post, he's like, man, we didn't realize how big it was going to get and how fast it would get big. Like, we didn't know, and we underestimated it. Man, we even tried to launch it on a slow day for the market because we thought that would be better for you guys. When he starts going into that shit, Henry, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Because then I think back to Joe's point about the names. The names are front and center on the website. Their Accelerate site, it's literally the first thing is accelerating crypto AI, the hottest buzzwords out there in the fucking world, accelerating it. You scroll down, it's the market cap, 13,
Coinbase,
14 billion. Yeah, you scroll down, it's Coinbase, Google, AI 16Z, Bankless, Abstract. It's everything is big fucking names in your face. It's like, we didn't know. We didn't fucking realize.
And why do people put out the core team? From what I remember of the vets talking to me about crypto, you look at that core team to know that it's a legitimate project and not one that's going to fuck you.
Yeah. Yep.
And these guys fucked you.
Yep. So that was the moment where I at least changed a bit, where I'm like, oh, fuck that guy. He's the head of the DAO. And I'm like, if he's lying to your face like that and thinks you're fucking stupid, I'm like, all right, kind of fuck that guy.
Did the token recover at all, or is it like down?
Well, so down, the whole market's down. I bought, and I'm happy to. I probably, if I get liquid, I probably want more. I actually think this is kind of spicy. It came out at what, like a 200 mil, 300 mil market cap. I can't remember. Fell to like 75, bounced back up to like 130 mil. I think this morning I saw it around 80 mil market cap. I don't know what it's at right now, but it's 70, 80 mil is where it's at now. I think it'll actually do great because now these guys know the eyes are on them and they have to hold and they have to build. They got to prove themselves. So I think it's interesting. So
yeah, you know what nobody's talking about right now?
What's that?
Barachain.
Yeah.
No, nobody is. Should they be?
Should they?
I think so. You know what? Could be totally wrong. Maybe it doesn't have. Maybe it's the Kong in me that just likes the real degen-y stuff. There's something about it that I like. Keep in mind, like, Kongs have been grinding it, so it's in my face a lot. But yeah, I think Barachain is. I think there's going to be some cooks there. That's at least what I would say. I think there's going to be a big degen community in Bara.
When I look at new chains, like Barachain feels better than Blast. Barachain feels maybe not as good as Abstract, but to me it's closer to Abstract than it is Blast. It feels
I've been hearing about Bara a little bit more and more. So
you know what? One day there's some Kongs that are like really Draco's deep in Barachain. One day, like soon, we should have like. Honestly, like I feel like Draco I feel like we should have Draco on to talk because he's awesome. He speaks well. Yeah, because I just think that that's one of those things that it's not all over the timeline unless it's on your timeline, which I know yours is pretty much filled with porn.
Yeah, you want to see this? Let's look.
I think it's I think it's yeah. I think it's something to be.
I've got some. Remember when we first started this show, and even
shit.
like well into it,
Dude, three tweets down. I got my first hit.
Yeah.
I have not. I didn't. I was saving all my bullets. Right. I got a lot of my shit lined up. I got those Azukis. I've got my little Pudgy. I've got some Barra.
You got your Hungry Barra. Yeah, you got some Hungry Barras.
Guess what, dude? I'm nervous, dude. I'm nervous about all of them because right now, if I sold any of them, I'd be taking a loss on all of it. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. And can I just say one more thing about Kongs? I was debating whether or not I was going to change my PFP on Twitter to my newly acquired baby Kong that was gifted to me from you, which I love and thank you so much. And I was like, I made a lot of money on my little Pudgy, so it was hard, but it was a gifted thing, and I really love it. So I changed my PFP to.
Oh, did you really, dude?
On Twitter, yeah.
That's what the fuck is up,
bro. That's awesome. Like that mean for whatever it's worth, that means a lot.
That's great, dude. It really made me happy to put it up there, and when I see it, it also makes me really happy. Love it. So yeah. I mean, I
think I can tell you this. Like, I can't tell you what we're working on. I can't. Like, part of the reason I can't tell you what we're working on is there were so many things that we had prior to the SEC, things that we've talked about while we knew we couldn't do them. Yeah. And it's like now we've missed some time. Like, we've just missed time, and we're like grinding right now to like figure out what are the things in 25 that we feel confident that we can pull off that would be impactful. And I'm excited. The thing is, I'm also not stupid. There's a lot going on out there right now. There's a lot of attention that's looking everywhere else, and that's the worst time to be talking about anything. But if we can pull some of these things together, it could be a fun year to rock a baby Kong as your PFP.
Oh, cool, man. Well, yeah.
Good shit.
And if not, it's, yeah.
Go ahead.
It was a gift. I feel so happy. Like, being gifted anything is such a fucking awesome thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've been gifted much in this space. So getting that was a huge deal for me. And so loyalty's huge. So I definitely had to rock it, and I'm happy and proud to, not just because of that, but like, it's exciting. I'm pumped about it. So yeah, definitely happy and proud to be rocking that thing. And hopefully this year, if that's true, then I'll be even more excited.
Yeah. There was a guy yesterday on Ronin swept like 100 Genkai. Genkai floor, I think, was up like, I don't know, 100%, 80 something percent. We'll just see. We haven't announced anything. We haven't done anything. So yeah, let's see where the year goes. Hopefully it's good for all collections outside of Kongs and in Kongs.
Absolutely.
Love it. You guys want to know what I'm doing tonight?
Yeah. I know it's not masturbating, but go ahead.
It's not going to be that. I told my wife just to give her a heads up because sometimes I do weird shit. I said, you're going to see me in the backyard for probably a couple hours just sitting there looking at the sky.
Telescoping?
Summoning. No telescope. Like kind of meditating. I learned today that you can actually summon orbs. You can actually summon them if you.
Well, that guy said that, right? Not Bob Lazar. Alessandro, Lou Alessandro.
Did he say that? Oh shit, dude.
Or maybe it was a video that I watched after watching him. Yes, like I've definitely heard this. By the way, if it wasn't from him, it was from somebody else.
It's all they're like. It's like, if these are energy things and we're made of energy, and if you just put it out there and you got to do it and keep doing it, but put it out there that you want to see them and meet them or whatever. And this guy. And I believed him, but said he did it over weeks, and he's like, holy shit, it actually really, really, really fucking worked. And first it was slowly, and then all of a sudden it was a lot, and like up close, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. So I'll keep you guys updated on it. Hope to see some orbs pretty soon in the next few weeks.
Cool.
Can't wait. Can't fucking wait. Anyway,
maybe tomorrow we talk Tesla truck, etc. I want to dive into some of that. Anyway,
some updates there. That's getting spicy too. Yeah, let's get into that. Hopefully it's a great week of all kinds of market shit and then conspiracy theory stuff. Guys, have a great fucking night. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible idiots who live in the tree. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Check this out.
Yeah,
Check this
yeah.
out.
By the way, I legit felt the energy shift. I did.
Look at me.
Dude, I love it. I love it. You know what? Like after the fact, I was thinking if it was the right Kong for you.
Yeah.
Like just thinking, like I instantly was like, it is.
Sure.
It's
I
the
get it.
right one. Like,
It's cool.
It's perfect.
I dig it.
Oh,
dig it.
I was gonna say, looking at like our group chat in Discord.
Yeah.
When I see that on there, I'm like, that's Joe.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like that's Joe.
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's happy, fun colors too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Great
none of
colors.
them are the same, yet they all kind of work. Hey, by the way, do you think we've been sleeping on the Forgotten Runes?
Yeah. Yeah, big time.
shit?
Yeah, you know who you talk to about that? 'Cause that's Runiverse, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
You talk to Inverted. Inverted's deep in that ecosystem.
No shit.
because they're
Dead
doing
is
some
too.
shit. They are doing shit, and it seems like
Yeah.
they're doing a lot of the same shit a lot of these other projects are doing. They're just doing it kind of under the radar. I never hear shit
Yeah.
about it. So I'm interested.
Yeah. If you ask in WSK, like Inverted, he's deep. There's a handful of guys that are deep in that ecosystem.
Yeah.
By the way, SEC's charging Robinhood with 10 security violations, $45 million.
Oh, what are
penalty.
they?
Nothing. What's that?
What are they? He said.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
they
there's no
settled?
list of them. I don't know if they settled.
Charge it. They
45
charged
mil is
them.
like a slap on the wrist for them.
Oh, it says SEC
Yeah,
is
if they gave a price, that means they.
That means they
45
settled.
million.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying 10 security laws, violating over 10 security laws, imposing a $45 million penalty. That's what it says.
Yeah, okay, they settled.
Yep.
They're just
So
trying to
just
get
still
all
trying
trying to get all the money before they fucking get the fuck
That's
out of there.
exactly it.
Do you
It's
know, I
over
read
soon, it's over in a
something-
week.
Actually, it's over in less than that because the first commissioner leaves Friday.
Oh shit. Man, amazing.
Pieces of
Yeah.
shit.
Piece of
Gary
fucking shit.
Gensler leaves Monday, but
Amazing. Dude,
I
next
read
week,
something
I
that
hope
like
Cooks.
90% of their settlements they never collect on. Some staggering figure like that. Like some staggering figure. It might not be 90, but it's very high.
Hudah, have you thought about reaching out to Abstract to see if we do anything as far as our streaming goes with them?
Well, I think that's on us to just do it, and then they welcome you in.
Well, there's whitelists and shit like that are preference towards if you're a Pengu holder or something like that.
Oh,
but
cool shit. Yeah, well, you're the Pengu guy. Reach out. But like the
You-
way
you-
I at least see
you have
it
more
right
than I
now.
you have more than I do.
Have
You have more
what?
than I do.
Pengu token.
Yeah.
You don't think it matters more just having a pudgy asset?
I don't know. I mean, whatever. I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, I would assume we can both do it. But yeah, I see guys that are ahead of time just being abstract content creators and then joining the like abstract content creators groups and working in that way. I bet that's the way to do it. And I bet you we'll get some sweet whitelist to give out here, which would be awesome. We do have some abstract NFTs to give away early this week, so we'll do that soon. Maybe even tomorrow. Probably we'll say like Wednesday, Thursday. But we got some NFTs to give away. Look at this guy with us, 87-mile-an-hour knuckleball. The fuck?
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Does it move?
It moves.
Yeah, moves. Yeah.
Wow. That's Man, watching Tim Wakefield pitch back in the day was, dude.
That was cool, wasn't it?
He had the nasty. He died, bro. Like this summer, right? Or was that earlier in the spring? He died. Yeah, he had cancer.
Oh shit.
I would say whoever wins the Buffalo-Baltimore game probably wins the Super Bowl.
I'm kind of with you. It's a man. Baltimore's good. The game they played earlier this season, I think, is just like neither one of them are the same teams right now. They're both good. I'm more afraid of Baltimore than I am of Kansas City.
Well, what about the Lions?
We beat them. It was a great game, right? That was like one of the best games of the year so far for Buffalo, but we beat them. So I'm like, yeah, the Lions are amazing, but they're beat up. I don't remember. Do they get Montgomery back or Gibbs?
Yeah,
I forgot which one.
They do.
But I'm not afraid of the Lions the same way I am of the Ravens.
Oh man, I'd be more afraid of the Lions, to be honest with you.
But we beat the Ravens. I mean the Lions recently.
Yeah, but hey, guess what? Yeah, you beat them. They're gonna be even more pissed. You know what I mean? Like now they.
But we beat them. We beat them in Detroit.
Yeah, but wasn't their defense all fucked?
No, ours was too. We weren't completely healthy. They had a couple guys out, but they had Montgomery and Gibbs, I think, at the time. Maybe one of them was out or one got injured end of the game. But, dude, when you watch – now, granted, the Steelers are terrible. Like, they're an awful team. So watching the Ravens plow through them was not all that impressive. But, like, that combination of Lamar and Derrick Henry – I love Derrick Henry, by the way. Like he's such a fun running back to watch.
Yeah, hard not to like.
Except when he's beating you. But like he's a classy guy. He's hard not to like. When I watch them, I'm just like, I don't know how we stop it. Like, luckily, when we played them in week 4, all 3 of our middle linebackers were all 3 of our linebackers were out. We didn't have Taron Johnson, we didn't have Matt Milano, and Bernard was out.
Do you have Milano back?
Yeah, and dude, he's like healthy. He played yesterday. He looked great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're fully healthy right now. I don't think we have anybody out right now, which is good. But it's going to be a grind. It should be a fun game. Like it should be a fun game. You know how there's some games where you're like, okay, even if they don't go to the Super Bowl, this is like game of the year kind of thing. I just think this is a great game. Who do you want to see? Like, what do you think the coolest Super Bowl matchup could be?
I don't know, but I gotta go, dude. I'll talk to you guys later.
Joe, hang on.
What do you say?
I got a question for you.
I didn't hear what he said.
Joe said he's got to go. I got a question real quick. I'll make it really quick. Do you like football? Joe?
Yes. Yep. Thank you.
Are you a football guy?
No. But before he goes, Joe.
He's already left.
What Super Bowl matchup?
Hang on. We're going to call Joe. Hang on.
Okay.
It's kind of rude. I had a question. It was a real deal question. Hang on, guys.
I'm happy you're watching football again.
You know, to be fair, it was probably 20 minutes. But my fucking great friend Sika's in the audience. He's a hardcore Ravens guy. Ravens guy. Yeah.
How's he feel? Can he comment?
Yeah, dude. What are you thinking? What way's the game go?
I want to know what the Baltimore vibe is right now.
Dude,
I got the AM radio playing in the background all day, listening to local Buffalo news.
This dude's like my only. I have like one other friend up here, maybe 2 of them. Yeah, 2 friends up here. He's the guy. He's the fucking guy. Here we go. We're calling.
I mean, if he's reasonable, he's not insanely confident. He's like, hey, Ravens are good. Nobody completely scares us, but the Bills are good. That would be a reasonable response. If he's like, yeah, it's no problem, we're going to go into Buffalo and take him out.
Ravens going to run all over Buffalo. He said, going to be a great game. Ravens going to run all over Buffalo.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to run on Buffalo. I do. I think that's a fair assessment.
Joe's not answering.
Hey, this is Joe.
Oh, shut up! You can't hear us. No. Hang on.
I don't think you could hear.
Okay, good. I don't know if there was anything said there, but
No, I don't think so. I think he just says like, "Hi, this is Joe. If you found me on Tinder,
if you're calling for
press
Grindr.
1. Grindr. Sorry, wrong one.
He said it's going to be the best game of the year.
I agree. Yeah, it's good. I want to know if he's going to be stressed while he's watching it. Is that going to be a stressful game to watch?
Ooh, now that I'm curious. Let's see.
Because even watching yesterday was incredibly stressful, even though like we were the better team against the Broncos. Still stressful.
It started out that way. I definitely watched the beginning. It started that way. Definitely a bit worried. He said so. Okay, he knows his football. He's like a football dude. So, yes, worried. It'll be a fun game, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. Well, shit. I'm
Good
excited
game
for
to
you.
get some pizza and wings.
Yeah. You guys
Your
get
dad
great
came over
wings out there.
yesterday. That was
Oh,
fun.
shit. Good time.
Dude, he's hilarious. He's like, on the way home. Now, keep in mind, he lives like 4 minutes down the road. On the way home, could we stop at this random chocolate shop? And it's not on the way home. It's like, 17 minutes the opposite direction. So I did. I'm like, yeah, we can stop there. And the person that was waiting on him thought he was a woman. She's like, I'll be right with you, ma'am.
How the fuck?
Because of his voice.
But he's got a beard.
Because he's like wearing no, dude, he wears a mask everywhere he goes.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, he's still wearing a mask, like a dirty surgical mask.
Why the fuck?
Dude, like what? Yeah, he's a maniac, man.
Doesn't want to spread his germs, or he thinks it's gonna help him.
Do you know what's funny is like, he doesn't go very many places, but I think he thinks it helps him.
Let's get him on like a real deal mask. Let's get him like a fucking like a ventilator.
Respirator.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Cool. I love you, man. I
Yeah,
got a boogie.
cool, man. Yeah, love you too, dude.
All
Yeah,
right, see you,
have
man.
a good night. And summon those orbs.
Dude, I can't. I'm not even kidding. I'll send you the video. I think it's real. I really, really fucking think it's real. So we'll see.
I would never even doubt that it could be. Wouldn't even doubt it.
That's
Okay,
why I love
love you,
you.
dude.
You
See
get
ya.
it. Love you,
All
man.
right.
We'll see
See
you
ya.
guys tomorrow.
Love you.
Peace.